we'll now move on to some very fast, quick building. So let's work this out. Now, the Japanese do not have on-street parking. Okay, so we have to acknowledge that as a fact. So what we're going to do... chuck in this grid pattern. Now, what I'm going to do is that doesn't quite work. So what you need to do is shift that. Is that going to... No, it's not going to break it. Allow two directions. And I'm just... Oh... I might just drop that back, come back along. See, the reason why on-street parking is not going to work in of itself, as soon as you build in front of it, as we tried with the UK lot, it disappears because there's parking already in front of it. This is the Japanese mixed housing. So it makes it, or you can do it on one side. You got to make sure it's on the right-hand side, otherwise, yeah, you have, this scenario happening, which makes it somewhat next to useless. Although it does make a good walking strip. Do I have a one-way already put in? I think I do. Oh, yeah. One way up here. There's a one with parking. Yes. That's what it looks like with parking. Literally right outside, right up. So doesn't quite actually work. In fact, if I was to let's just drop down quickly, it's a very nice area. So I don't know if you can hear the if you want to know what it looks like inside a terraced house, that's pretty much it. So we've got pocket parks in there all coming up. Oof. Without your setbacks. It looks like a typical UK or a typical New Zealand street. Oh, I should get a photo of this, because that just looks like crap. Oh, whoa. If you want your kids not to play outside, this will be the fastest way to do it. So... this is how Western cities do it. Let's see how the Eastern cities do it, because that is just absolutely awful. So we'll... ooh, that's a nice building. Yeah, well, I suppose the definition is if you want to see a steaming pile of poo, that was one way of looking at it. So, no, we are not going to put in parking. In fact, you can actually... oh, it still allows it. It's just... do we allow it in perimeter form? Or do we keep it all as a walking and keep it as mix? Keep it as. I think we're going to do it. Keep it as. Now, the good news is this has allowed me to hook this up, and it probably should have been a roundabout. It will become traffic lights in the end, so it's a case of, oh, you're not. Yes, I am, because I am that person. Now, that's connected to a motorway, so... connect that there, and I will take the traffic lights out. No, that one. And then we'll disconnect things up to allow the buses in. Now, I don't think this is districted at the moment, so let's district this off. Is that playing up? Let me just clean this up. Okay, quickly do that now because it's going to be let me just do this. Sorry about that. Nah, I won't do that. We'll actually keep it as that's actually a good question. Oops. I'll keep it as that. Keep it as its original name. So can pay for that. Now these guys are going to have somewhere to park because we've given them nowhere to park. Actually, that is one way of is that going to allow me to will the biggest one allow me to do it? It will do to a okay, so what I might actually do is I will drop that in. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to change the street configuration around a bit. Oh, it's interesting. It's poking it that way. So that's actually technically a crossover. So I actually need to re-alter that. That's actually I actually need to alter these. Yeah, that'd be straight because that stops a crossover. Then what we do is we bring up this one. And then, now, rather interestingly, see, that's technically the wrong side. That's going to get all yeeted when I place in Actually, no. Well, actually, it's just going to yeet it off the right-hand side there. It's not the worst thing in the world I can think of, but it can certainly be a... Ha! What I need to do first, though, is... allow that. I'm actually going to probably have to let lights kick in the end. This is the way this is going to fall, because that's not going to work. Or I can just make it for now, because it's quiet. A compulsory stop. Everyone's going to hate me for it, because I am that person. Okay, so we've got one part there, but the rest of it's fine. So, now before I do that, what I want to... Oh, I've already... If I go to Japan, elementary, these are quite large solders. Very large. I'm going to shorten that farm up. It's like price of progress. Okay. Japan. You know, I'm going to put them right there, just to allow that. Now I'm just going to check their upgrades. Yep. It's fine. And the Japanese one, I believe, is the exact same when we get to it. So that's perfectly fine. So they're all... So there's those two. I don't worry, I will connect... Ha! This would be a good one to try out. No, they don't come under that. Path with elevator. Now that would be fascinating. Most fascinating to do. This is it. I back out. Because that would be one way to stop a hell of a problem from occurring. And but then again, it also goes my ethos against building pedestrian bridges. So goodbye and. Just like that. So that allows the connection across. And also we will... Because that allows for buses to get in there as well. And I will... no pedestrian crossing required there though for this one, because there is one right there. Technically that allows me to bring a bus stop in here too, if I wish to do so. We'll put a crossing in there, because if I bring the... Because what I'll do is I'll do the bus stops as well. So, ready to go. Let's just... I don't think we're in a state to go there yet. Oh, sorry, that's urban promenades. That's the big one. I could shove in the medical centre. So we've got a Japanese medical centre. Don't need to worry about deaf care at the moment. Okay, we are going to have a sook about the crematorium. Let me just add that in. Add that in. Okay. Where were we? We've done medical. Recycling is not needed yet. Small Japanese recycling centre. That'd be handy. Exceedingly handy, actually. And we're gonna... What's his pollution levels? Huh. That'll fix garbage on that side of the city. Just unschooling. Fire. Japan. Police. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think we're needing to go all out. Okay. We'll need another service centre, probably need to be put in. Ooh, catch is where? Because we're going to need, I'll probably, when I build down here, shove one down here because we're actually quite far off. And that's that parks, and I'll shoot round to in a minute. So let's go for our zoning, pure Japanese zoning only. Yeah, these are... And it catches with the Japanese stuff is it's actually quite small. So it might be. In fact, it is actually very small. They're not going to fill that up. So what I'm going to have to do... is actually do this to break it up. Oh, one thing I have not added in. Little Japanese post office, which probably could actually... Now, interesting, I'm gonna have to... introduce the taxi depot in. Just to allow that to happen. And okay, last thing we need, oh, let me do the parks, and then I'm gonna just do something off screen quickly. So pocket parks, so you can see they are great for fitting into the smallest of spaces, but still also I can't forget the dog park. Giving some very practical uses here. Now I do have a small playground available. And what we'll do is we'll wait till that backfills, and then we can add in other parks as we have to backfill out. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is the transit system, so just one standby caller. Alright, parks are in, new transport routes are in, let's press play. And away we go. They are a problem with corner lots. So they have a tendency to do that. Now, just rarely because reasons. Actually, no, we should be able to. Able to drop this UK one in here. So, one moment. And we just saw this building level up, which is always a good sign to see. She's now level 4, so she's nearly at a maximum. One thing I might eventually do is turn this entire strip, or this entire strip, up into a busway. We'll see how it goes. In the meantime, all these houses have come online, so people will start moving in. Well, that was quick on that one as well. Alright. So that bus is on its way. Have we got night and day mode on? Would be the next question. Gameplay. Yes, it is. So we are going to drop back into nighttime, which is perfectly fine. They'll move in when they move in. JP mixed housing. Oh, so it does level up to higher. Much higher, actually. So, okay, we are going to get some big stuff in there if you let it. That's always going to pack out, so we'll just ignore that. In fact, I might. I'm just curious. Just to break the style just that little bit and see what happens. It's probably going to look extremely kooky, but we'll see. I see here they all come. They're all coming online. Very nicely. I'm just wondering quickly if I do shove in some industry quickly just to keep that at bay. And what I'm waiting for really is bus to come down, and here we go with our traffic, so we now need to start doing our traffic lights. Train's going a bit kooky. Alright. So what we're going to do in the third and final part is wait eventually for this bus to come down. Quarter. Okay, well, we've got one here. So that concludes the city building part. Letting rip there with the new content, and that mainly on the Japanese side, but also some of the other stuff as well.